Hello, everybody. It is Big Mike here, aka Ikari, bringing you live right now. Hunter, Chapter 368, entitled Murder. Let me do that again. Murder. All right. So I'm at Manga Stream. So if you guys want to follow through this live reaction, feel free to do so. Because again, Manga Stream is the place to be. So let's take a look what we have, or what does Togashi have in store for us today. 13th Prince Mariam's Nen Beast is a dinosaur-like monster. There are a total of 18 bodyguards and pro hunters in the room, and 6 servants. So, it's pretty much the queen. Jotting down some notes. The fact that there's more than assigned 15 means that these are likely some of his sister's bodyguards as well. If my prediction is correct, then the 12th Prince Mamose's room, there should be 6 spy guards stationed by other princes. Even with my powerful N, I can't sense as far as to tell what she's writing. She's turned the page. That means she's finished investigating one prince, which means we should have a clear understanding now of Mariam's personnel. It took her about an hour, and my eyes have already been scarlet for 3 hours as is. At this point, the physical strain is more of a problem than my shortening lifespan. Damn! Alright, that's page 1, and we're met up by Manga Stream's generic opening. I'm assuming that is their opening, so fan art on page 3? Or should I skip to page 4? Let's go to page 3. Fan art. Page 4. There you go, back to the chapter. Hunter x Hunter 368 Murder. Yoshiro Togashi. Togashi! The cockroach eye go marching. Alright. Cockroach. Be gone! Go to page 5 right now, guys. Again, if you want to follow Manga Stream, page 5. Next is the 12th Princess room. It's dark. Is she not there? Is she being killed? I don't think this is going to be alright. Especially in Kurapika's situation. No! Stop it! Stop him! Prince Mimose is gonna get killed! You have to stop him quick! Please calm down, Queen Oito. You're in your bedroom right now. You're exhausted and you must have been having a nightmare. Bavimaina is watching. Still doesn't know that you aren't the Nen user, that you use the ability yet. There's no time for petty strategies. If you won't help, then I'll go myself. Very well, we'll check on him immediately. Bill, get in touch with room 1012 and confirm the status of Prince Mimose. The operator will only connect a private officer on one of the higher princes. I'll act as the intermediary for you. Okay, so one of the princes is dead. It seems the cause of death was asphyxiation. Yeah, he choked her. As per their usual arrangement, the guards were stationed outside the room while the prince is sleeping. While the prince slept. Apart from the two guards who were on break, the four guards all testified to the fact that no one entered the prince's room. Queen Sevanchi is pleading her case to the king, believing that the 6 bodyguards involved conspired together. The 6 of them are being detained and are set to be court-martialed. Execute them all! The death sentence now! This warrants caution. The timing is just too perfect. May I have a word? You said that each of the princes has a guardian beast attached to them. That's right. In that case, why didn't Prince Mimosa's spirit beast protect her? The hint probably lies in the Prince Mimosa's sleeping hours. What do you mean? The prince usually retired much earlier than usual. She was probably extremely worn out for some reason. I see. The guardian beasts are parasitic, which means they act by feeding on their host's aura as energy. Exactly. If one of the 2 Nen beasts that attacked our guards belonged to Prince Mimose, then the act should have consumed a large amount of aura, and as a result, it ran out of energy, and the culprit took advantage of that, The murderer is a person who is well versed in Nen. But after this, there will be an even stronger demand for information on Nen. It will be to our tremendous advantage if we could use learning Nen as an incentive to form alliances, including with Prince Serid. God, the names of this princess. God, therein lies the problem. I would like to ask her to continue her survey of the princess, but it seems too cruel to ask her in this state. But in order to reduce the risk to Prince Wobble by any amount, we can well need as much information as we can get. Your Majesty, may I please have a word? Shouting out back then could only have been detrimental to you. Even still, why did you do it? Of course, as expected, it's realized that the Queen has been using Nen. But what does he expect to gain by confirming it like this? Detrimental, you say? To all of you completely wrapped up in the survival game, I must seem ridiculous for not standing by idly while someone else's daughter gets killed. I understand it all too well. I have nothing to say to you. Let's go, Sakata. Huh? We'll leave the guarding to Kurapika, but the Queen won't be at ease as long as we're here. I'll talk to Slacker as well. He lifted his end. Your Majesty, you needn't force yourself to. I'm doing this for Wobble. It's not like I'm worried about you. We'll begin tomorrow at 9 in the morning. As for the other matter, please contact us again in 15 minutes. We shall have our decision by then. Kurapika, I now have a good idea of the situation. Apart from the second and sixth princes, 10 of the princes intend to send their guards. That got a bigger response than I expected. The first prince as well? Yes. Although rather than the prince, it seems the leader of his bodyguards want to keep tabs on our actions. And what about the other hunters? They seem like they'll corroborate our statements. They've cleverly goaded the princes into participating with a mixture of doubt and curiosity towards learning Nen over such short time. But as expected, they were all concerned over the fact that we were suggesting a 2 week time frame on this. I understand their concern, but I've accepted the risk, and on top of that, I have a plan. There are still two other problems. Two, first of all, some of the princes may want to send multiple guards to learn Nen. If we accept, I worry about the implications to our security. Let's let's set a limit of 2 people. Damn it, this pain is deafening. Bill's voice is just. Ooh, okay. Heightened senses. The next is the third Prince Zhang. Okay. Internet, come on! Work with me. Okay, he fainted. He's low on stamina already. Hanzo, resting is also part of your job. If only I was there, I would have saved her. You were simply following the Queen's orders. It's not your fault. The murder will strike again. According to Kurapika's, God, come on, internet! Kurapika's account and the testimony of the 6 guards, it's very likely that the culprit used a clone. If that's true, then their arrest won't stop them. And if that's true, then their arrest won't stop them. And if anything, it will even serve as an alibi for the next crime. Relax a bit. If we assume a clone was used, then the culprit isn't limited to just the 6 of them, right? You're right. If that's the case, then they'll probably change their MO to pin the blame on those 6. Or perhaps even keep it the same if they want to cause a confusion. Either way, they'll definitely strike again. I will stop them next. How will you do that? Asking that right now is probably just adding fuel to the fire, but if I've got to let him get it, all out of his system now, or he might do something rash. He's not the only one that can use clones. After all, I'm a ninja, first and foremost. But if the clone isn't automated and one that can be controlled freely, then there should be a considerable restriction on the user. Plus, if they were able to conjure it away from themselves and directly into the prince's bedroom, the culprit should have been in a state where they had to completely focus on that task alone. If the criminal was among those 6, then that means it has to be one of the 2 that were taking a break. Is that it? Well, if you've already figured that much out, I suppose I can't stop you now. Yeah, I will make them pay for this. I swear it. For now, just get some rest, will you? I can't believe it. In just half a day, he's managed to gain a working command of Gyo. Say, Teta, yes. A phone call from the Princess Wobo's bodyguard was patched through by Zhang Lei's earlier. He says that he can teach us to use Nen in 2 weeks. What do you think about that? That sounds pretty different. That sounds pretty different than what you said, doesn't it? You said that even in the earliest grasping, the very basics of Nen would take half a year. Yes, I was being completely honest. So then, that would mean that he's bluffing, wouldn't it? That is possible. Hey, I know you're not this stupid. Either you or he is lying. I'm asking you, which of it is? Or would you rather I just end you now? There is a way to learn Nen much faster than normal, but it carries with it a very serious risk. He also could have some kind of ability that lets him awaken Nen powers in other people. At the very least, it's almost certain that he won't be using any proper standard methods. Without a doubt, my method is the fastest, most correct method. You know that one thing I hate most in this world is a lying bitch. So I can't trust you. Yes. Okay, so she's dead. Dead, 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 dead. We got 2 casualties in one freaking chapter. Next chapter. What are all their motives for learning Nen? And what will become of the collapsed Kurapika? Okay, so there you have it, guys. Chapter 368. We've got a lot of things happening. Kurapika's out of stamina. Pretty much Queen Oito has blown her cover, and pretty much, I'm assuming, pretty much this is kind of confirmed. The guards, the first princess guards, are doubting. I'm sure he knows because he pretty much understood the situation of last week, but he would probably have at the back of his head know that Queen Owito was the one controlling that cockroach that they pretty much freed to the ventilation. This is causing more trouble than it pretty much is worth. Again, for my own understanding, but again, Queen Owito is still pushing through for the right reason because she is the mother of one of the princes, and her son is targeted to be killed. The king is a crazy dude, guys. Crazy man. So, woo! Jesus. So, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, and if you want to get notifications about anything that comes out from this channel, feel free to click on the bell, ring the bell, and as always, everybody have a great day, have a great week, and too sweet to everybody.